YummySounds.com layout track.
What's good, everybody? This is J Profit FX right here. So guys, before we proceed on today's episode, we're going to be talking about the two types of entries that we have on smart money concept, right? We just have only two types of entries when it comes to what smart money concept, which are the aggressive entry or risk entry and the what confirmed entry. All right, so but before proceeding to this video, if you're new on this channel, kindly hit the subscribe button, like this video. It will help the YouTube algorithm to just suggest this video to other people out there who needs to save. All right, so do me well to what subscribe and like this video, right? So turn on your notification bell as well, because I'm going to be posting a whole lot of videos on smart money concepts, which is literally going to help your trading or elevate your trading as far as I can. All right, so let's see how it goes right here. When we're talking about the two types of entries that we have under smart money concept, we have what aggressive entry. You have the aggressive entry type. We have the aggressive entry type, and as well we have the what confirmed entry type. So I'm just literally going to walk you guys through these different types of entries. Okay, now when we are talking about aggressive entry, right? When it comes to aggressive entry simply means you taking a trade of a POI without knowing if that POI will hold or not. All right, then the confirmed entry simply means you taking a trade of a POI because you see a particular confirmed market pattern. All right, so I'm just going to go straight into it. First of all, I'm going to show you guys an aggressive entry first. Now let's say the market is in an uptrend. This is a 4 hours trend. We were trending up, market is moving, creating higher highs, higher lows. All right, so at some point the market created a higher high and then comes down, creates what a lower low. That's breaking structure right here. As the market breaks structure, we have what now we now have what a change of character. Okay, as we all know that we have now a change of character. Now over here we'll have definitely what a supply area or a supply zone responsible for what the sell off, right? The sell off of the market, which broke structure. All right, so here becomes my what my higher time frame POI. Okay, so and remember this is a 4 hours trend. As here becomes my what higher time frame POI, I'll wait for what market to what return to what this POI, and then I'll sell off the market. Now what happens here is that this kind of entry now is what we call what an aggressive entry. It is not what a confirmed entry. This is what an aggressive entry. Okay, it literally means you're just taking the trade off what the POI without what any confirmation if that POI is going to hold or what or not. So I literally took this trade off the what the POI aggressively. Now that's just it for what aggressive entry and how you can how an aggressive entry looks like. Now let's go over to what a confirmed entry. Okay, so over to the confirmed entry type. Now let's say again we are moving in an uptrend, right? Same thing. Now all of a sudden we have what a break of structure right here. Okay, so here becomes my what my change of character. Okay, so as there becomes my change of character, we all know that we will now have what a supply zone over here, which will now become my POI. Remember, this is my 4 hours time frame. I'm using it for, it doesn't matter if it's 4 hours or 1 hour, but once it's 4 hours, 2 hours time frame, 1 hour, any trade you're taking within these time frames is aggressive entry. Once it's not a confirm, you just take the trade off that POI. It is confirmed as what an aggressive entry. All right, so now for me to take a confirmed entry, since we've broken structure right here, broken a higher low structure, then created what, change of character, then we now wait, I'll now wait for market what to return back to what, this what, order block, or this supply zone right here. So as market taps into this order block right here, now here's a one characteristics. When the market taps into an order block and you want to take a confirmed entry, this is what you will see on the lower time frame, or this is what you expect to see on the lower time frame. All right, you expect to see something like it. Since this is a what, a sell, we're expecting sell. This is what we expect to see. We expect to see the market tap into the POI, comes down, break a higher low structure, return to order block, and then we'll sell off. This is what the structure what I'm looking out for to take what, a trade off what, the lower time frame. Okay, so as the market approaches my what, my higher time frame POI from the 4 hours time frame, what I will do is that I'll go down to what, 15 minutes, 5 minutes time frame. All right, when I go down to this time frame, what am I going to do? I'm just going to wait for what, as market taps into it, I'll wait for market to what, break a higher low structure, return to what, a supply, and then I'll sell off the market from there. Now this becomes what, a confirmed entry. We have change of character right here, and then we now have what, a supply zone that will sell the market off from. You get the point right now? So this is what, a confirmed what, entry. It is quite different from this. Look at this, I just took it off immediately. The market tapped into the what, the POI I sold off. Then here I had to wait for extra confirmation. I had to wait for market pattern before I can sell off the market. Now let's go over to the chart, and I'm going to show you guys examples of these different types of entries. Right, so I had this one marked up right here. Now take a look at the time frame right here. We are on the 2 hours time frame. So because we're on the 2 hours time frame, we can literally see what, we are breaking structures towards the what, the upper side, and this what automatically becomes what, an uptrend, right? So you can see what, breaking structures towards what, the upper side, higher highs are being broken, as you can see. So here is the what, here's the last what, the structure the market created. Here's the last structure the market created, which is a higher high. Here becomes what, our higher low point. Sorry, here becomes our higher low point. So as this was our higher low, you can see what, the market what, took out this higher low what, causing what, a change of what, character. As the market caused what, this change of character, we start what, looking out for what, selling opportunities. Remember, this is what, higher time frame. This is a higher time frame, which is what, 2 hours time frame. As the market created what, this change of character right here, we start looking for what, selling opportunities. Right now here becomes my what, my POI. Let me get rid of this and tell you how I got the POI. So how I get it is for me to what, take my fee from swing high to what, swing low. I'll look for what, the other block or the supply zone that is within my what, premium level. I've seen one right here, which is a clean order block right there. I'm just going to mark up that order block from the swing highs, sorry, from the open price to the what, closing price. I'll mark up what, that order block right there. So what can we essentially see right here? You can essentially see that the market tapped into this order block, immediately tapped into it. I executed a sell. I'll just have my what, sell limit within this area. And then what can you see again? We can see what, a clear imbalance right here, and as well as what, liquidity. All right, I don't want to go straight into this now. I offer mentorship classes. In case you are in for my mentorship classes, you want to know how these things are being traded, go down to the description box below, follow me on Instagram, and then message me or DM me, and then we get started with the mentorship. All right, so let's get back to the chart. We have what, liquidity what, right here. Okay, so now as well we can see another what, form of liquidity right here. So all these things is what confirms what, this POI valid to me. We have imbalance, we have liquidity. So as market tapped into this liquidity, I sold off what, aggressively. Okay, I don't know if you're getting me, right? So now if I am looking towards take a confirmed entry, now let me show you guys an example of a confirmed entry. Confirmed entry setup. Now here is another example of what, aggressive entry. So what can we see right here? You can literally see what, higher lows, higher low point, higher low point, higher high right here. This is what the last higher high, and so this is what a higher low point. So market broke this higher low point right here, creating what an all-time low right here. So it's created an all-time low. You can literally see what liquidity, you can see liquidity lying right here. So market will come for this liquidity and as well as what fill up imbalance, right? So here becomes my what high time frame POI, right? If I take my fee from what swing high to what swing low, I can see that this is my extreme what POI, so it is valid for me. And as well, I can see these little confluences right here laying around what this POI, making it what or confirming it valid to me. So if I wanted to what take this trade off the POI, so remember, if you're taking a trade off a POI, you take what from what the opening price or the open of the block and what ended at what the last point of the box. So right here I have what 22 pips stop loss, and then my first target is what this low right here, which gives me or give me a risk reward of 1:3, which to me is has not met up with the minimum what scalping criteria for me, which is 1:5 risk reward ratio. All right, this meets up with what the criteria. Here we now have what 1:5 risk reward ratio right here. So this is what aggressive entry. Okay, so now let's go over to what confirmed entry. Let me show you guys an example of what a confirmed entry. So I'm just going to use odd NZD. So based off of what I showed you guys, that is what a confirmed entry. When it comes to a confirmed entry, this is what you look out for. This is your higher time frame what POI. Now if the market approaches your higher time POI, let's say the market is selling from 4 hours time frame or 1 hour, be it any time frame, 1 hour, 2 hours. Once it taps into what your higher time frame POI, you wait for a break of structure, and then market returns to what a demand zone, and then what pushes up. All right, so this is what confirmed entry. Here we'll have what the change of character, and somewhere around here we'll have our demand zone to what buy off from. All right, a lot of knowledge is to be shared, a lot of knowledge is being passed down right here. So kindly do support the channel, turn on your notification bell, subscribe and like this video, share. These are things that will help grow this channel, and then it will make me to motivate me to give you guys more content right here. All right, so let's push to find an entry or an example of what I'm talking about. Now under okay, this is something I've taught my mentees, right? Under my mentorship group, right, we have what types of supply and demand. All right, so if I'm to like refine this right here to the last order block, okay, so I refine this entry now to the last order block, which is right here. So let's go down to lower time frame. Let's say, or let's assume the market has tapped into my order block right here, or my demand zone. There's how I got this demand zone, which is, if you want to know, you can literally join our mentorship group, and then we'll show you how to do it right there. So here's liquidity. Okay, so this liquidity right here. So this is what I call the slogan of JProfit FX as a whole is trade well, not every day. So right here I have what liquidity laying below here. I have what imbalance, market mitigated, took out liquidity, mitigated what imbalance, and then we bought off from there. So same thing will happen right here. We have imbalance right here, we have liquidity lying below here, market took out liquidity, mitigated, filled up imbalance, and then what took off from there. So let's go down, let's assume market has tapped into our POI right here, and let me show you guys how you can get a confirmed entry. Let's go down to 15 minutes time frame. So on 15 minutes time frame right here, as you can see, I already have this thing marked up right here. We can see what lower highs, lower low, lower highs, lower low. This is the last lower low point. This is a lower high. This is what a lower low point. Sorry, this is not a lower low, but this was the last lower high that was formed. So market reversed and what took out what this lower high point right here, causing what change of what character. As a cost change of character, we can see what a new high has been created, and then we have what this liquidity line below here. Then we'll now have to find out our demand zone. Now, how was I able to get my demand zone? I had to scale down to like 3 minutes time frame to be able to see the market clearly and find out what a nice demand zone for myself. Now I have a clear indecision candle right here. I have a clear indecision candle. So what I was going to do is I was going to throw up my Fibonacci 2 from my swing low to my swing high for clarity's sake. Okay, so fortunately this becomes my extreme POI, and we have unfilled imbalance right here. You can see this imbalance right here. Market has to take out liquidity. This liquidity we see right here, market took out liquidity and came down to fill up imbalance right here, and then mitigate our area of demand. And if I'm taking this one now becomes confirmed entry. If I'm taking the trade off this POI right here, you can see your stop loss become 2 pips against it first target this high right here, and we can see that becomes a risk reward of 1:11. Now what can you identify, or what can you actually see is the difference between an aggressive entry and a confirmed entry? Right, the difference is clear. First of all, I should just say the big difference right there is that you have a small risk to reward ratio. Your risk to reward is small compared to when you take an aggressive entry. When you take an aggressive entry, your stop loss tends to get bigger. When you take a confirmed entry, your stop loss tends to get tighter. All right, so as you can see, if I target this first high right here, this gives me a risk reward of 1:11, 1:12 rather. And then if I held the trade more, I would have capitalized over 1:20, if I'm not mistaken, 1:17 risk reward ratio. So this is how entry types are formed, or how you use entry types on smart money concept. So if you do like this video, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and like this video. This helps YouTube algorithm to suggest this video to many people that need this as possible. Sorry, I'm just being too fast right here. So this is just what we need right now to understand on smart money concepts, right? So on my next video, I'm going to be talking about the secret your mentors doesn't want to tell you, right? So there comes the end of this session today, or this YouTube video today. JProfit FX.
YummySounds.com layout track.